We've heard so many times from previous earning reports for The Sims 4 or for EA in general that earnings are on an upswing, are actually increasing throughout the years. Well, it looks like The Sims 4 is still doing really good and it's continuing to grow, but what is this going to mean for the future of the game in terms of, I guess, how long it's around and before they put an end to new content and maybe bring another generation of The Sims? I actually noticed this yesterday and I was gonna make a video about it yesterday, but I already had 2 videos done, so I figured that I would just save this for today since it isn't really time-sensitive news. On EA's website, under the news section, just where I saw the article about neurodiversity in The Sims 4, they also had financial information as new reports were released for 2023 Q1. There are presentations with slides about various games from Electronic Arts, so of course I pressed the handy dandy Control F keys and searched the word Sims. So we're only going to be reading what pertains to The Sims 4 or The Sims franchise as a whole. Andrew Wilson, the chairman and CEO of Electronic Arts, just posted the other day on August 2nd that engagement in our Sims franchise is also outperforming the market with content that resonates for a broad and diverse audience. We have proven ability to grow successful long-term live services across our portfolio with ongoing engagements that drive resiliency, reoccurring revenue, and lifetime value for our business. I mean, if we're being honest here, it's definitely bringing a lifetime value for their business in terms of money, obviously, with all the kits and how much money that they're making off of us, but is it bringing lifetime value for the players and the consumers? That is another question, but you know, I'm gonna try to hold off on my opinions in this video because most of you already know what they are. The Sims team has already confirmed several times that there are many more years of The Sims 4 ahead. It's become obvious. We have a brand new pack type with kits that were introduced and are being milked out like crazy, and it's obvious that they're making a ton of money from them. So honestly, I don't even know when the next generation Sims game could even come at this point. I'm honestly not even thinking until at least 2024 to probably 2025 at the earliest, though it could be even longer than that, judging by how good this game is doing in terms of bringing in the money. But with consumers and players, it's a much different tune. With things not working, many Simmers don't want to purchase any more games or any more packs. Danny comments under a video of mine from yesterday, until consumers come together and refrain from buying any more new content until the existing content is fixed, this will continue. EA has been showing this pattern for a while, hyping up new content, release buggy content, do 1 or 2 patches to shut people up, divert attention to more new content. I know some don't like to hear it because they feel like it's blaming the customer, but if a company continues to show you they really don't give a damn about giving you product worth your money, at what point do you put your foot down and say enough is enough? You do have the power as the consumer, especially since the game is not a life necessity. And that is so true, and I feel like at this point, the only way EA is going to listen to the outcry from the players, from the community, is if we stop purchasing these things. But I really don't see that ever happening, as even when games launch with a lot of issues, Simmers are still purchasing them, filling up EA's wallets. And of course, looking here, they're doing better than ever, making lots of money, growing their audience. I mean, I guess to them, what they're doing now is what they're doing right, because let's be honest, most corporations really only think about money. The corporations do not care about the people or the players, and that's just my honest opinion. This next part right here kind of really shows you why they probably pushed The Sims 4 in a more social online direction at first, but of course probably ended up not going with it because of the failed launch of Sim City. We know that they are looking into some sort of online mode or multiplayer, whatever you want to call it, for the next gen Sims title. That has been in talks for quite some time now, and it's obvious. They state here they're using games like The Sims to unleash their personal and creative autonomy, building characters and new stories with their friends. Delivering games that fuel creativity where players can join, compete, and interact with each other through social and immersive experiences is an exciting growth lever for Electronic Arts as we continue to expand and diversify our portfolio and build global online communities spanning more geographies. Games are the social networks of the future. So I guess this is kind of saying that in a way they're seeing their games, or at least the future of their games, as more of like a social network kind of thing. So it only makes sense that they're probably going to try and integrate online or multiplayer or just connecting with other players into their games. That is why I feel like no matter what happens, The Sims 5 will probably launch with an online mode or a multiplayer mode, but I hope that we are at least given the option, you know, to play alone and play by ourselves, if that is, of course, a thing. I don't want that to be forced on all players. I could be reading into this too much, but that is just what I take from it. Executive VP and COO comments on The Sims. One of my favorite things about The Sims business is how healthy and strong it is. We actually released game packs, content, and expansion packs several a year. Well, definitely not several expansion packs a year. That's a lie. We only had one so far this year, and we only had one last year total. So I think that is definitely changing, as it's obvious they're prioritizing kits and game packs over everything else. Anyways, let me continue. So we are persistently connected to our players in that community, and we are pretty excited about how strong and the size of this business after about 10 years we've had the Sims 4 brand out. So they're confident in it. They are very happy with how it's turned out and how it's progressed, and I guess how it's going to pan out in the future, which again just tells me that it is probably going to be around for quite some time, since they're talking so highly of it and kind of showing us that it's basically raking in the cash for them. Share your thoughts about all this down below. How far do you want The Sims 4 to go out into the future? And no talks here or at all in any of these slides about, you know, putting out updates to fix the game. It's just about, you know, releasing content with a price tag on it. I mean, they're not really going to talk about those kinds of things in this, because this is an earnings call. So this is about business. This is about income. This is about profits and all of that stuff. But I don't know, guys, just judging on the actions with the releases and things not being fixed right or fixed at all, that kind of shows me in itself, away from all this earning call stuff, that that's not really the priority right now. But I hope that things get fixed. And honestly, I see The Sims 4 being around for another 3 to 5 years. That's just my opinion. I don't know, I could be wrong, but there definitely is a lot of room for growth with this game. Share your thoughts about all of this below. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. So long and happy simming. Want to get to know me more? I'm sharing a more personal look into my life behind the scenes over on Patreon. You'll have access to lifestyle videos, mukbangs, and all sorts of other fun vlogs, as well as have your name featured at the end of videos like the one you just finished watching, as my way of saying thank you for supporting me a little extra. If you aren't already over there, I hope to see you soon.